Tucker Carlson and Elon Musk had a, quote, conversation about working together as former host looks to, quote, torch Fox News.
You're their boss. You're providing oversight in our constitutional system. He's like, yeah, but, they're still spying at me.
Liberal Hivemind, never seen his face before. His or her face. I don't want to misgender anyone because that's a thing today. But shout out to Liberal Hivemind, did a video on Elon and Tucker. He's about to break down some stuff, and I love how this gentleman does a deep dive into the information that they're about to put out so that they don't misinform anyone. Okay, I really enjoy that. So let's check this out.
Boyd, seriously, careful what you wish for. I and many others have been trying to warn you the devastating consequences of cancel culture. These supposed problems that Democrats think they're solving by canceling problematic people only get worse and more prevalent, more popular. The more you try to censor them, the more you try to destroy them. It's known as the Streisand Effect, and I've been warning leftoids for basically 3 years at this point that the more you act like unhinged lunatics trying to destroy someone like Donald Trump, the more Trump supporters you create. The more unhinged you act and the more you attack people like Tucker Carlson, the more people start to align themselves with Tucker Carlson, the more popular he becomes.
And what's the issue with, is there a gag order or do not compete order, cannot compete order or something that Tucker had to sign where he cannot team up with another platform where he speaks on the same things that Fox News speaks on? What's going on with that? It seems like there's some internal bullying going on where he's not allowed to compete with them in any way. If y'all have any information on that, please feel free to just share that with me if you want to. If you don't, that's cool too. But if you do know anything, that would be lovely.
The more you say that he's a fascist and he's a crazy person and worst person on planet Earth, the more people will watch him and realize that you're basically full of it, and the more people will be pulled to his side as they realize that actually you're just a fake news fascist like the rest of them. I've tried to warn them. They've been on a multi-year long crusade to cancel Tucker Carlson and Fox News. Finally, I guess, caved into the pressure. They actually ended up firing Tucker. Leftoids cheered for a couple weeks. Of course, it was nothing but copium. We covered most of it, and already basically the left's worst nightmare is coming true. We're now getting reports, get this, that Tucker Carlson is teaming up with Elon Musk, potentially. And of course, we have no details as to what that actually means, but what we do know for sure is that it probably means something absolutely freaking massive, something monumental, possibly game-changing.
Absolutely. If Elon Musk is, because they just now had a long conversation on Fox, and even that was held under the radar for whatever reason. I don't get it, because that's Elon and Tucker, big business, big information, big numbers, big money potentially. And now that he's a freelancer, he's on his own, they can do some huge things. And everybody that's offering him a deal are offering him deals bigger than what he was being paid at Fox. But if he's being muted, he's being silenced until, what are they saying, spring of 2024 or until January of 2025? What exactly are they trying to prevent him from talking about? And how does that affect what's going to happen with regard to how we vote, what's happening in the elections that's coming up soon? It just seems like a big machine that's all pointed in one direction. That's unfortunate, because you would think, never mind.
A possible media revolution. Leftoids take the cancel culture L. Here it is. Tucker Carlson and Elon Musk had a, quote, conversation about working together as former host looks to, quote, torch Fox News. Former Fox News host Tucker Carlson is preparing to torch his soon-to-be former employer and is apparently enlisting allies to help. According to an exclusive report on Sunday from Axios, Carlson is preparing to unleash allies to attack Fox News in an effort to bully the network into letting him work for or start a right-wing rival, sources close to him told the outlet. Axios added that the high-powered Hollywood lawyer that Carlson hired to represent him after Fox took him off air told the outlet, the idea that anyone is going to silence Tucker and prevent him from speaking to his audience is beyond preposterous.
Now, I think I did hear that he's going to allegedly torch Fox News, and his allies are now attacking Fox News or trying to silence them and talking about how their ratings have been plummeting, going down, and all this other stuff. this is not going to make it easier for Tucker to have a platform. It's going to make it more of a cat fight. And this doesn't look good for the other side who want to see turmoil and confusion and infighting. They want to see this. So I don't see how this worked for the whole. This is one of the things that I don't like about politics, because people don't care about the fires that they're setting. They don't care about all of the communities that will be burned from these fires. They're just like, look, it's about us now. For all we know, Tucker is not even going to say anything about Fox. He probably don't even care about Fox. They're saying that he knows where all the bodies are buried and he's about to start telling it all. How does that benefit him? I don't see that benefiting him. But I'm sure y'all are happy with the dramatization of it all and probably want to see and hear some of these things. So that's your business. I'm not really here for that. I'm here for the truth. I'm here for different angles that he may have that could potentially help. But other than that,
Report added, Tucker versus Fox could reshape the conservative news world. Fox, which has seen its ratings plunge in Carlson's slot since he was let go 13 days ago, wants to sideline him by paying him $20 million a year not to work. Axios has learned that Carlson is busy plotting a media empire of his own, but he needs Fox to let him out of his contract, which expires January 2025 after the presidential election. Axios and others reported that Carlson has already been contacted by multiple outlets, including the Rumble streaming platform, Newsmax TV, and Valuetainment, and have offered to pay him more per year than Fox is shelling out. That's not exactly true with Valuetainment, but maybe I have the numbers wrong. In addition, Axios has learned that Carlson and Elon Musk had a conversation about working together, but didn't discuss specifics. According to sources close to him, Carlson is reportedly considering the possibility of creating his own direct-to-consumer media platform where his large fan base could pay to watch him. The model was previously used by Carlson's predecessor on Fox News, Bill O'Reilly, who is currently hosting a show during Carlson's old time slot for First TV, which recently became available on DirecTV. So actually, that's interesting. That's information that I didn't know. Tucker's still under contract at Fox News. They're still paying him supposedly $20 million a year. They want to keep him silent till the end of his contract in 2025, essentially paying him to not work and not compete against the network. I think that's commonly referred to as a non-compete clause, if I'm not mistaken. Or it's possible that he's just still under contract, not exactly sure how the contract was written, but Tucker, with a high-powered Hollywood lawyer, is currently fighting to get out of that contract and eyeing at starting his own network. Now, I really hope that he doesn't go the Bill O'Reilly route, just kind of doing his own thing, and that's because the Tucker situation is very different from the Bill O'Reilly situation. Bill O'Reilly, for the most part, his exit from Fox News was at pretty much a low for him. It wasn't really a situation where people en masse were ditching Fox News to chase Bill O'Reilly. The Tucker situation is completely different, and so I think Tucker's in a very unique position here to team up with Elon Musk and make something absolutely massive, the next Fox News. You know what Newsmax and OAN have attempted to do to varying levels of success. I think if Tucker and Elon worked together and made a network that's more in the middle, and not necessarily in the middle as in fence sitting, but in the middle in the sense that bringing people from different perspectives, but people who are all based and uncensored and willing to say the things that corporate media talking heads just simply cannot. Just a straight up anti-establishment network, stuff like this.
There are members of Congress who are controlled by the intel agencies. I'm not speculating on this. I lived there for 35 years. I know this. I had a very high-ranking member of the House Intel Committee tell me at dinner at a restaurant in Washington when he'd been drinking, we got to talk about this. And I said, I'll text you. He goes, I can't text. And I said, why is that? And he goes, well, because NSA reads my text. And I said,
whoa, NSA reads my text. Well, yeah, all of our texts are probably been read, and we think we slick as hell. Shit, I don't think it's too many things that we do that aren't being monitored, man, for real. But when you start to put too much truth out there, when you start to put too much information out there, you already know what happens, man. You get a target on your back. I don't care who you are. You think Tucker is different? Tucker ain't special. He's not. He's just an individual who's been searching. He's been doing things the right way for a long time. He's working for a company that gave out more truth than the other side, but they still had their lies too. They still had their cover-ups as well. They still had companies that they were beholden to. And he got tired of it. But also the company that he worked for, they got tired of him constantly putting information out there or constantly taking a side that was going against the grain of the people who invested in them or who they were even owned by. Because Tucker wasn't only attacking, he really wasn't attacking anybody. He was just saying, I know they want me to say this, but that's not really the truth. So I'm going to give you the side that's the actual truth, the actual facts of it all. And there's that. So I don't know, man, because I remember a time that when you say certain people names on social media, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, or you go against certain countries, and Fox taking away his show was just their way of shadow banning him, trying to silence him, and then letting them know that there's a clause in your contract that says if you have a do not compete clause in there. And if you go out there, you start speaking ill against us or start speaking about the things that we are currently, putting out there, then we can sue you. So it's just a whole bunch of red tape that we are just now learning about. So that's why I appreciate channels like Liberal Hivemind and Megyn Kelly's show and others who just put that information out there, because you can't quiet everybody, right?
NSA you're the head guy on the intelligence committee. You're their boss. You're providing oversight in our constitutional system. He's like, yeah, but they're still spying at me.
Well, and that could be big. And frankly, I'll be completely honest with you guys. If they start a network, I am sending my resume immediately. I think it's high time that people start banding together. I've been saying this forever, and maybe I'm at fault for saying it and not necessarily acting on it or taking on the risk. But honestly, in the end, I don't think I'm the right guy to do it. But I've been saying forever that the collective power that independent creators wield is much greater than the mainstream media. The problem is we're all isolated in our own little corners. If you took all of the major political speakers on YouTube, Twitter, Rumble, Facebook, whatever it is, and combine that power, it'd be the ultimate network with a fan base that dwarfs anything seen in the mainstream media. Speaking of the right people to harness that power and to do something, well, Tucker and Elon seem like the perfect candidates if you ask me. Elon has the muscle, Elon has the vision, Elon also happens to be incredibly based. Well, I personally think that they could make a move that could revolutionize the media game for a very long time. It's time to bring a real challenge to the legacy media that has dominated the game for the last 100 years, essentially. Well, the legacy media dynasty, I think, is really coming to an end here. They're no longer in a position of oligarchy where they control all facets of the media. The media has been democratized in the age of the internet, and clearly Fox News is failing to adapt. They're currently crumbling. Their online endeavor, Fox Nation, has been a complete unmitigated disaster, just like CNN Plus was, which got axed 21 days after launch. Meanwhile, outlets like the Daily Wire Plus, are booming beyond belief. That's Jeremy Boring and Ben Shapiro. Imagine Tucker Carlson and Elon Musk. Is there really anything else that I need to say? Do it. Do it!
Yeah, they're going to do it, all right. And they're going to get silenced, too, in their own way. And then they're going to have to do it on their own separate platform where they're going to have to bring people over. And I don't know if y'all been paying attention or not, but I'm sure y'all have. But there's a whole bunch of platforms. People are tired of going from platform to platform to platform to platform to platform. Ooh, there's a new place to go for this information. The whole point of people going online is for convenience. They want to go to one place where they receive all of their news, all of their entertainment, everything. They want to see all of the people that they respect and love in one place. That's not happening. It's like everyone have their own location now, and it's making it more difficult to find out where the actual real information is. You got Mug Club, you got Vice, you got Daily Wire, you got Tucker's new website that might be like Mug Club, where the only way you can see certain information is to pay for a $10 membership or something like that, $5 membership. Who knows? Patreons, different people, Patreons, locals, YouTube, Truth Social. It's so much sugar, honey, iced tea you got to go through. It's like red tape that we all have to go through in order to receive certain information. So for me, I believe it's tiresome. That's just me. But you might enjoy it. Hopefully we do find the truth. Hopefully they do decide on something that makes sense for them, not for us. They make something, they find something that makes sense for them, and they just get it out there. And we will find ourselves to the truth. All right. I'm sure a lot of you will be able to forward whatever links necessary to the content creators that you support. so that they can go and see for themselves what's really going on, get the information firsthand. All right, so it's going to happen. It's just how many bridges have to be burnt up in order for it to happen. And I don't get how the insurrection was the straw that broke the camel's back, that separated Fox from Tucker Carlson. I really need to understand that, because from my understanding, wouldn't Fox benefit from the truth coming out about that? That makes more sense, that Fox News will benefit a lot more from the actual truth of that day coming out. I don't get it though, man. I don't get it. And then you got people double dipping. Like, how can you ever trust these platforms, Fox, MSNBC, CNN, any of them, if they're owned by the same company? That just tells me that we've all been played for a long time. And what they say about insanity, doing the same thing but expecting different results. We're constantly going to this one, we're going to this one conglomerate, believing that we're going to receive the truth and only the truth, but they're spreading the information on all of their platforms the way that they want their people to receive it, based off of the algorithm. Those people believe this, let's give them this information. These people believe that, let's give them that information. Let them fight. All right, make it more confusing, more drama, more money. It's all about capitalism. So at the end of the day, I really don't trust any of them. I'm being damn honest with you. Don't really know how I feel about Elon Musk, to be honest with you. Like that, some people say he's extremely based. I believe he's all over the place sometimes. He's very smart, but his intelligence makes me not trust him more, be honest with you, because he learns how to play the game, and he has all the tools at his disposal to play the game better than anybody else. And when I say play the game, I mean manipulate the game so that he wins. That's just me. Maybe I'm looking at it a little differently, but I'm supposed to.